So, how are you all?
Good, ma'am. Thank you. How are you?
Me too, good. Whenever I listen all of your side, I really feel so nice. So I'm
Same
really
here,
good.
ma'am. Same here.
Okay. So, good evening, Dr. Ankita Jan, ma'am. Are you there? Participants, please just wait for some moments. Ma'am will join us very soon. Very good evening, Dr. Ankita Jan, ma'am. So, ma'am, with your due permission, shall we start with the session?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, success is failing 9 times and getting up the 10. A very positive good evening to all esteemed member of Team Research Foundation of India, a medicinal subject expert, Dr. Ankita Jan ma'am, and all dear participants. As Nikita Kandilal here, the program coordinator of for the FDP on innovative teaching and learning pedagogy, which is which is organized by Research Foundation of India in collaborative effects of JHERF, BPIT, ARG, and EduAcademic.in. So, as we all know that today it's marked the 3rd and 25th of July. The topic of our today's session is teaching innovative teaching practices. And for this, a divine personality, Dr. Ankita Jan ma'am is joining us very soon. So, ma'am, over to you. Dr. Ankita Jain ma'am is associated with Sri Vaishnav Institute of Management and Research Indore as assistant professor in Department of Management. Prior to which she has served in Prestige Institute of Management and Research. Ma'am has teaching experience of more than 2 years. Ma'am has completed her PhD from Prestige Institute of Management and Research. She has been involved in teaching subjects like human resource management, principles and practices of management, entrepreneurship, business communication, organizational development, personality development, performance management, leadership skills and change management, and many more, and other general management oriented subjects at undergraduate and postgraduate level. Recently, ma'am has completed her annual 5-week faculty development program at Indian Institute of Management, Indore. One patent has also been published in April 2022 on methods or model for solving the unemployment problem through digital business. Ma'am is invited for expert lecture at various places. She has coordinated and moderated various events in national and also in international events too. She has been book editor and book Virtual Teaching in India during lockdown. Apart from this, 10 books are also under process. Ma'am has been attended various national and international conferences, presented more than 45 papers, and more than 30 research papers were also published, book chapters, case studies in international and national journals, and conference proceedings. Ma'am has also been attending various training sessions, workshops, faculty development programs, and lectures by Management Forum. In her job, she has been the part of institutional committee such as Research and Development Committee, Industry Institute Interface Committee, Admission Sale, Cultural Sale, Placement Sale, Management Games, and extracurricular activities also. Ma'am has organized various cultural events including fashion shows, flash mobs at various places in Indore also. She has been honored at Devi Ahilyabai Holkar Airport, Indore, by Airport Authority for presenting flash mobs on Republic Day and World Tourism Day. In our certifications, it includes training and development, academic writing, literature research, and reference management in academic writing, and many more achievements have also already been entitled there. So, with this, without any further delay, I'll request Dr. Ankita Jan ma'am that it's my honor to invite you, the exceptional and highly esteemed Dr. Ankita Jan ma'am. She is renowned for her precision and expertise in her area. So, ma'am, please welcome. Hold the footpress. Now, the platform is yours.
Thank you so much, Nikita ma'am. And thank you so much, Team Research Foundation of India. All the members of Research Foundation of India who have provided me this opportunity. So today, this particular FDP is all about the training. It is come FDP come training development program basically, and it is all about innovative teaching and learning pedagogy. And in this, there are we are going to discuss so many pedagogies which we generally uses in our day-to-day life, and all of us are having some different kind of uh, energy in ourselves, and because of that we always try to do some different innovation with our basically the innovation with our teaching working. The reason behind, because we all want that a student should be engaged, so somehow some of us always try to come up with some new ideas and we teach the students. But yes, it matters, we cannot apply the same pedagogy in every subject. Every subject has its own uh, dimensions, it has own nature, and the type of subject every time it is different. So I must say that it is just not about teaching, it's always about making students learn with the you know idea of, so that they can understand it. So now, today in this particular session, I'm going to talk about various innovative teaching pedagogies or innovative practices, which already has been shared by some of the faculties in the earlier sessions. But yes, I'm going to talk about number of pedagogies which can be used. So I hope my slides are visible and my voice is audible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
In the day,
Yes.
we have talked about the group discussion as an innovative teaching practice. As you must have think that discussion is nothing, is not new. Again, you have talked about case study. Again, it's not new, but how you are presenting things, that is a different way. That is different. So that is why the things are always same, but we are just giving something new to this, to the particular thing, or uh, like things can be make, like we do recycling of the things, we do reuse of the thing by doing some changes or something like that. So the pedagogies which we are later on also going to talk about, experiential learning, role play, all these methodology are coming since long in this world. Every teacher using the same kind of things, but yes, the way how you are presenting, how you are making it different from others, and you are making it useful in your subject, that matters. So let's talk about it. In my topic, I'm just going to talk about number of pedagogies. So teaching is like a beautiful music where instructional methods are the instruments. When they are played alone, they make sound, but when they are played together in a particular tune, in a rhythm, and with the feelings, so they become amazing music. That is why it is always important to do it together. I will discuss these things. So alone a person cannot do anything. There are a number of things which has to be come together. Presentation with creativity. Number one. So as we all know that presentation is nothing new, but yes, with the time, with the change in technology, with the automation, with the AI, and nowadays with the chat GPT, people are using number of softwares, they are using content or something. So I will always suggest the content should be always yours, but yes, the way of presentation can be different. So earlier the transparencies were used for the presentations. Chalk duster method was more like it was more prevalent. Later on it was replaced by PPTs, PowerPoint presentation of the Microsoft. Nowadays there are various softwares where the you can just put the content and they can create a presentation for you. That is also possible. And even the boards are not the chalkboard nowadays. These are we are having the smart boards in the colleges. So presentation, but it should be with the creativity. Number two, group discussion. Already you must have had a insight on this particular topic. Still, I would like to say that group discussion should be there, but it should be on the light topics. As per my opinion, obviously this particular slides I'm sharing is my own thought, so I'm just putting some light on it. That we always try to make a traditional methodology of teaching in which we say
നന്മ മരങ്ങളെ ഇപ്പോഴും
that
വെട്ടുന്നു.
in which we say that we should have group discussion in the classes, and we just generally use the topics which are there in the subject, and we give it to the student, ask them to prepare, and just say that okay, just do one thing, just start the discussion. We do not even focus on it. So it's just not like that you have to do some activity. You have to basically give them some topics which may be related to subject, sometimes may not be, but yes, whatever you are giving to them, just ask them to prepare it, and you should also listen to them and give them some marks on it. Do some competition between the groups. So just make a competitive environment within the class. Sometimes, people say this is not good, but yeah, we all know that when we see others to do something, they are doing something, we do it in a faster way. So that's not a problem. Healthy competitive environment can be developed in the class just to check on that whether how they are performing. So give them light topics to work on. Number three, the case studies. Case studies again, there are you know it can be, see, in the IIMs also, IIMs developing the there are so many cases which are developed by IIM institutes, or even we all are attending number of case methodology case workshops, and according to that, um, just because there are different cases from different institute. The reason behind, because especially in the IIMs where I have also experienced this, that they start class with the case which was given in the previous class, and they are again ending with some of the discussion on the cases, and again the teachers are giving cases to the student to come up with the basically the post read for the class, so that they can study that, and they will come as whenever they are coming to the class, so they can go for pre-reading. You can say pre-reading or post-readings, what they have to study before coming to the class. So they are giving cases to them, so that particular topic or subject can be discussed with the cases, not just uh, Even you can also make a habit of the student that they can come up with the cases, they can also search it. Apart from that, they are searching, you can also provide some cases to them. Number three, there can be one more idea that you people can create a case, you can develop a case, you can make the students group, you can give them idea how to make it. Then you can divide a topic, and then they can come up with the ideas that this particular company faced this particular issue which we have given it to them, and then they can start preparing the cases on that. So this would be one of the big contribution in their subject, as well as for them it would be something extra, it would be a value addition to their subjects and their resume as well. Next one is brainstorming. As you all know, brainstorming is just about thinking and thinking about something. Give them a chance to think about something. They are having a creative mind, they are having a new mind, they are also having a technological mind. So let them be a think tank, give them topics to think about. Next one is homework. Make it a habit. It means that earlier in the school days, we all used to have the homework. But nowadays, the schools also have reduced the burden of it. But I can say that this is homework is word which generally people use in the school times. And when they are coming to the colleges, they believe that they don't need to carry any book, they don't need to carry any copy, pen, or bag or something. So they are just coming in the class with their phones. So this should not be this kind of habit should not be developed. You should always encourage them to come up with at least a copy and pen of your subject. So all the faculty should do this. They should have some separate notes for everything. Number two, as I have told you, you should also give them some homeworks. For an example, today I have taught them some keywords. So you have to tell them that go and whenever you are coming back tomorrow, so you have to come up with the definitions of such keywords. You can also tell them that whatever is happening, something related to this topic in this world, you have to come up with the news or something. So they will go and search, and keep it a regular thing. Check in their copies. Go and ask them randomly that who has done it, who haven't done it. You can also punish them by not giving the attendance. 1 2 time you will do it, next time they will start working on it. So somehow, don't think that if you'll do it, you will be a bad teacher or something. Somehow this habit will be a good habit, and which will encourage them to make them more uh, keen about this, and eager to know about things. This kind of habit would be developed in themselves. So always try to do this and just start giving it. Stand and speak. Give them a chance to stand in front of everyone and to speak about something. It can be a topic, it can be any kind of extempore, it can be some ideas of them on a particular topic. They want to express something. You should ensure that there are some students who do not speak ever. You should try that you should give them everybody, you should come up with the chance of speak on this topic. So you can again make a sheet where somebody has already talked about something, or there are some students who always talk about something, but some of them are never, they are not the speaker in any way, they just come in the class and go. So you should make sure that they are also participating. Exercises. The small things make great experiences. You can give them a small work which they are practicing at home. Also, even especially when it is coming to the practical subject, you can give them small sums, some issues. In the case of law subject, you can give them some small caselets we call it. Anything which you can provide them while you are doing this, while teaching the subject, and understanding that whether they are in a good a path or not. You should keep you should keep an eye on them. Now I'm going to talk about some of the collaborative things. Because of the nuclear families specifically, most of the students are not having any sharing approach. They do not believe in work with others. They have some independent ideology to work on something. So I must say that you should provide them group tasks, because ultimately in a company, whenever they are going, they have to work in a team, in a group. So start developing that habit from the class. Generally all of us are doing it, because there are some in colleges which are following such kind of active pattern in the syllabus, where they have to do some group tasks, maybe group presentations or something like that. Now let me tell you what is live projects. I really would like to focus on this, as I always do. This is one of my favorite thing which I always used to do in my classes. This is kind of research paper, right? You just give them a topic, ask them to prepare a presentation, questionnaire, then ask them how to do a survey, tell them the importance of doing this. This cannot be the part of your syllabus, but this can be part of your teaching, learning, where they are going to learn how to do different, uh, how to convince the people to fill the survey, the questionnaire, the way you collect the data for your research paper. Ask them to collect it for their live projects. In between, till the time they are in a group again, you can give it. Till that time they are collecting the data, tell them the pattern, what you are using in research paper. Tell them how to they can start writing introduction, review of literature, what is it, how to search, how to download the content, how to write it in their own ways. Ask them to decide upon one objective, then ask them to let them understand about the research methodology, everything. So then in the analysis, obviously, we cannot teach them any SPSS or any other MOS software or something. But yes, you can ask them to prepare some charts on the basis of the table they can draw, and on the basis of responses collected. So somehow this will do something additional to their to the CV. Ask them to write it in the resume. They can write that we have done live project on so and so topic under the guidance of so and so faculty, like your name can be there. You can also do some student presentation in the conference of your own college or other colleges, where you are representing these students as a guide and others are there as a presenter. Secondly, the live word I have used reason behind is, just don't go for traditional topics, do something different, do something new. For example, I have done some studies on mobile addiction, video streaming services platform like Amazon or Netflix, their watching time or something, what is their opinion on any of the point which is currently happening. So this kind of topics you can take. This is something extra for you and for them as well, but ultimately it is going to help them for in their future, because ultimately all the students who are already there in a college, like for instance 60, 120, 180 or something, there are so many college in your city, in your area, where there are so many students of the same course are pursuing the same course. So how these, your class for example of 60 students, is different from them. They are writing something different what nobody has written in their CVs. So they are getting something extra to understand and discuss in the interview. So somehow it is going to help them. So always try to do one thing, do some mehnat, and ask them to do some efforts for doing this, and ultimately it is going to help them in their future endeavors. Next one is act. See, it's kind of role play. You can ask them to act like something like in the management games or business games. You can ask them to act like a person, a manager, a worker, or any of the high profile a person or leader, any of the middleman, or any of the um top management level person, where they have to make some decisions. Develop one more habit amongst the students, that whatever they are doing, ask them to write it. Whatever they are reading, ask them to write. This will make their memory sharper, and they can keep it remember for a longer period of time. Another one is peer learning. As I have told you, that group task, teamwork, and the peer learning, again, the collaborative work, it is always important. So, because everybody is having their own category of understanding, own area of expertise, everybody has a different talent. So, you can always learn from each other. So, whatever others are knowing, you can learn from them, and whatever you know, you can share it with others. So, as we say, ज्ञान बांटने से बढ़ता है. You should always spread knowledge. Then, hands-on learning. As we all know, that we generally go for theory, but unless you are not doing some hands-on practice, that is not adding the value. If the something is like which has to be understand physically or practically, basically, so that should be there. So hands-on learning is always important. Next one is collaborative learning. Just like peer learning and group task, there is one more, collaborative and cooperative learning. It's just like doing things together by and learning together by helping or and supporting each other, right? So this is how group activities can be learned, that we can do some tasks together, we can help each other, and together things can be better and easier. Review games and activities, we can give them some book review, any particular subject review of a topic or a syllabus or a particular title. Anything can be given. Any activities can be done where they have to review the things, and then they are sharing with others. Outcome based teaching. When we talk about outcome based teaching, it is just like you have to talk about resultant, like something is coming out of it. Whatever you are doing, what is the result of it, how it can be different from things, different from other activities, is you are thinking in advance that what will come later, what will be the result of it, and you are doing it. So you have to teach or make them learn on the things where they are getting something in the result. Participative teaching learning. This is something where you have to ensure that they are participating. It just not like, it should not be like one way lecture. It should be like they are participating, they are taking initiative, they are attentive in the class, they are asking the question, they are raising their hands. So participative teaching learning. There can be so many others like crossover learning, active learning, feedback, flipped classrooms, interactive lessons, metacognition, adaptive teaching, peer learning, video classes. There can be so many ways where you can see the innovative teaching pedagogy is um, involved. There are various practices. So these are some things. So from my side, these are the innovative teaching practices. Now there is one more thing I would like to add. ABCD. ABCD of, like, you are doing number of things. You are making them aware. You are planning some activities. You are doing number of things. But ultimately, there are some points which will add cherry on the cake, I must say, that they are going to uh, add value to the each and every activity. This will help you and students to make more creative and innovative. Just give me a second. Okay. So let's talk about it. As the name suggests, A, B, C, D. So we are going to talk from A till the Z. Number one, A. I always say, whatever you are doing, you always feel that somebody should appreciate it, somebody should acknowledge it. So yeah, the same thing you have to do with your student. Acknowledge their efforts. If you'll do it, they will be always eager to do it again. They will be ready for doing things again and again, right? Number two, B. Let's say start bond building. That you should always have a bond between with your students, between amongst like them, and between you and students. The reason behind the bond, the how much the bond would be stronger, they will respond you in a better way. They will respond to the activities and other learnings. Third, C stands for creative. So ignite creative thinking by doing some brainstorming sessions and other sessions. You can ask them to, um, to being more creative. So always try to take their advice, take their suggestions, let them think about something. Always don't put your ideas on them. So let ignite their creative thinking. D stands for develop these skills at individual at personal level. So development is always important. So let their skills be developed. Obviously, the individual skills needs to be sharpened. So always try to develop. If they are good at something, try to be more curative about it. That yes, they are, forwarding themselves towards those skills. Then encourage innovation. E stand for encourage. So encourage the innovation. As I have told you, if they are doing something, they are coming up with new ideas or something, don't discourage them. Just tell them that yes, you can do it. And you can also give suggestions if you think, but don't discourage. Always ask them to uh, do it in a better way, give them suggestion, always support them for doing this. Encouraging innovation or creativity in themselves will affect their learning. F stands for friendly behavior. One. Another one is feedback. These two things are very important. I would like to focus. Number one is friendly behavior. As I have told you that do bond building, I'm asking you to keep a friendly behavior. But always keep a friend. You can keep a friendly behavior, but don't try to be friend with them. Don't be their friends. A student cannot be friends of anyone with whom they are having some work. They will be the best for them, and they will later on maybe they might be talking something wrong about you. So just keep a distance, just be friendly because they can be open up with you. So just be friendly with them, but don't be a friend. Another one is feedback. In feedback I have written constructive, because they are not your kids, so they will not treat you as your kids, right? So don't try to be like destructive sometimes or sometimes constructive. Always try to give or keep a positive feedback in front of them, where they are, just think you have to talk to them in a passive way, where they are, you have to talk to them a positive way. They can feel good that something is asked. Like if they are not getting good marks, don't scold at them, don't embarrass them in front of the class. Just don't say such words where their ego is hurt. Nowadays students are having a big ego and an attitude, so just don't affect that. So try to be passive. Next one is G, grooming. Grooming is always important. Nowadays students, again, they think that they are groomed enough, they don't need to go for any kind of personal development or anything. But yes, it is not about grooming the only the personality. It is about number of activities and assignments they are doing. They can be better in that, so you can give suggestions for doing that. H, highlight their real avatar. Sometimes students are having talents in themselves, but they are sitting in a corner and not doing anything. So find out such students and highlight them in the class. Give them opportunity. Force them. You will need little force to come up. Like you will ask them 2 3 times, they will start representing them their their talent or something. So highlight it. And if they are doing something good, always try to acknowledge it or appreciate them in front of the class. So this will again boost their energy for doing things. I stand for interaction. As I've told you, participative teaching learning is always important. Interaction interaction during the session is always important. What they are responding to your lectures, after your lecture, or during your lecture, that is very much important. So being interactive, that is important. Next one is make them job ready. J stands for job ready. Basically, we think that in the college is responsible for their placements, and TPO, that is training and placement officer, is responsible for making them prepare for the job. Either a soft skills trainer, but it is not like that. They learn from you as well. In your class also, always try to give tips to them. For an example, I'm a faculty of HR, so I always try to give them tips on interviews and resumes. I always I can say 2 3 lectures of mine in the whole session at least. I have this habit. I always give them gyan on that you should prepare a CVs like this, and this is how you should do. How should you prepare the question? How you can prepare in the interviews? So such kind of session I used to take for them, where which I believe that help them in making the job ready. There are some students, even till the day the company is coming in the college, they are not bothering about anything, searching for their jobs, and they are not preparing their CVs till the last minute. But yes, being a faculty of different subject, you can give them, you must be having your own, some talent you are good at. So ask them to just try to tell them, or ask a student to sit in that particular session, or tell them about the importance of what you are telling them, and take the follow-ups. Like if I have told them that you should include this in your CV, it should look like this. Then next time, in maybe like in after 5 6 lectures or something, I will ask them that did you prepare. Just make the reminder of them. So whenever they will need the CV, resume, they will say that yes, my faculty has told me, that is why today I am having it. And when the company would come, so they will have their own CVs. They will not have they don't need to copy it from their friends, right? So somehow you have to give them something from your side as well, which will help them in their make them ready for the job. K stands for knowledge. Everything what they can, let them know, let them explore, let them understand, let them know about things, whatever, everything whatever they can, and ask them to share and appreciate them. Again, L stands for linguistic development. Overall development of the language is important. Again, students are having this habit that we are good
Ma'am,
at
may
this,
I
and
interrupt you in between? Sorry. Sorry,
yeah.
Ankita ma'am. Because of some network issue, I just missed out what you spoke about K. Would you please repeat it? I would be grateful
Yes.
for that, ma'am.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank
Not an
you.
issue. Yeah. I'm going back then. So K stands for knowledge. Knowledge stands for knowledge. K stands for knowledge, and knowledge means everything what they can. For example, if you are giving them a topic, let them explore it. Let them think about it. Let them know whatever they may know, and ask them to come up with the ideas. So everything, whatever they can explore about something, ask them to go and search for it. And it may be from the newspaper, it may be from the books, it may be from the internet sources, anything, whatever they can. At least they are doing something. And whenever they are coming up with something, just appreciate it. L stands for linguistic development. That is all about the language. As I was telling you, that overall linguistic development is important. Students think that they are having good languages, they know. But let me tell you, 80% of the students, they are very bad at languages. Either they cannot read or write or speak. Somehow, either they are having a bad handwriting, somehow they are having a they may be having some, they're not having, they don't know how to speak, and they don't know how to वैसे lecture में हम बताओ नहीं मैं lecture online 10 minutes. So basically, they think that they are good at, some of the students who are very good at English, but they are not having any other, they are not good at Hindi or any other regional languages. They are having a very bad handwriting because nowadays they are not having a habit of writing. So somehow you have to tell them that at least one language should be proper. Some of the students are there who are good at this, and we appreciate them, yes, but others are not having that much good language strong hold on the languages, basically, I must say. So you should always tell them that yes, that is very much, this is very much important, right? So because ultimately whatever you know, you can write it, you can read it, but if you cannot express, that is not good, because speaking is also important. Then if they can speak but they don't know how to write in their words, then again that's the problem. So that is why the overall development and overall linguistic development is important. M, motivation is the key. You already know it. Appreciation and rewards, what I am telling you since beginning, that is what, that is a kind of motivation for them, that where they can be motivated and they can feel motivated by your words, by your efforts, or maybe some rewards or some activities. You can give them appreciation, you can acknowledge them, you can make them feel, uh, you know, stand out in the class, that yes, this person has done something. You can keep them motivating that you should do this. So the motivation is always the best thing which you always need and your student will need. And it stands for networking. So connectivity is the, or networking is the most powerful word in today's era, I must say, because without networking, you cannot run your business, you cannot get a job, you cannot be good in public. You never know, you should always be good with your friends in the class. The reason behind, you never know who will become who tomorrow. They may help you in your business. Somehow somebody would come in other business, you will go in another business or job. You may help each other, right, by connecting through the social media or any other platform. So try to develop such kind of skills where you are good at public. Wherever you are getting chance of attending a conference or webinar or any seminar or something, try to talk to each other. Don't be hesitant. Sometimes people go in an event, they attend and come back. After that, the networking is always important, so you should always go for this. O, you should always encourage students for networking. You should push them that they should go to some conferences, they should you join some clubs, some activities. There are number of activities are happening nowadays, so in the inter college competitions, everything, they should go and participate. O stands for orientation. Orientation, that it's like different from the induction. It's kind of not introducing the thing, but getting familiar about things which are around. So the students are nowadays, they are involved in the phones or something, so they are not thinking what is happening around. Yeah, in the phone they are getting the information, but in real life what's happening, they are not that much good at it. So you should ask them to give like take the orientation. You can also push them for doing this. So let them know or tell them to go for orientation or knowing things around whatever there. P stands for personality. The personality enhancement or development. There are some students who really need PD, but yes, if somebody is good at already, they are having a good personality, enhancement can be added. It is not important that what kind of person they are, but everybody has their own personality and that can be enhanced all the time. So you can also play role in doing this. As I have told you, you should always keep an eye on doing whatever they are doing, whatever their activities or things they are doing, how they are behaving, how they are working. So the quality check, like timely self assessment, is always important. R is rewards. You should always give them rewards. It can be in any of the way, monetary, non-monetary, as your college or class you know allowing. So rewards for their achievements. If they are doing something, give them rewards. As I have told you, self-assessment. Ask them to do their SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. These four things are always should be known by a person, and you should always encourage students to make a chart for themselves. Ask them to sit for an hour at least in a month and see that what are their SWOT: strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Again, in the next month, ask them to analyze it so that they can understand and do it. T stands for tracking. Track on their activities, what kind of curricular participation is there, co-curricular participation, and how are they participating in extracurricular activities or not. This is important because some students, they are participating only in curricular and some are there who are participating in extracurricular, but everybody should has their overall development, right? So keep track on that and push them and motivate them that they should do it. Stands for understand. Understand their perception and don't impose yours. I really would like to focus on again on this, that as I was using some words in the previous slide, that nowadays, right, and students are like this. What is that? That is a kind of perception of mine as well and yours too, that the generation has changed. We all know it. Even what we do in our at houses, at home, that we used to do something like this when we were young. Our parents were we used to respect our parents like this, and you people do not do it. We scold to our uh, kids, and we compare, through like this. Even same in the colleges, we used to do something with the teachers. We were not like this, we were so respectful and this and that. It wasn't like this in your time also. You have done some naughty things in the class. You were so sometimes you were not respectful. You means there can be some others in the college. So every era is having different type of students. This generation is having a different mindset. May be possible there, see, in our parents, in our, I must say, not the parents, even we are having, with the siblings, we are having our mindset difference. I must say, the generation gap, because of generation gap, we are having a different thought process. So it is also possible when there is a student and faculty relation, you are having again a gap of at least that sibling of 8 or 9 years, or sometimes a parent kid relationship like that. So that person is having a gap of that generation, right? So you should not compare that what you think about something, they will think in the same way. Just try to understand their perception, because they are in the numbers and you have to understand them. And right, and also don't impose that we used to do this so you should do it. Don't do this ever in the class. This will make your ruin your image, Next one is voice. V stand for voice and versatile. There are two things. Let them raise their voice. If they are feeling that you are not teaching good, you should accept it. Yeah, they can say. If they are saying that you should change your methodology of teaching, you should say, yes, I can do that. So something like let them say and accept it if something is wrong. Then V stands for versatile. Ask them to be versatile. Multitasking means if they are doing something at the same time, they should also opt for like for the with the courses they can go for some certification, other activities, internship or something. Always encourage them to do this, because nowadays the companies are accepting those people who were versatile, who were participative in the college, who were very active in the college. So ask them to become multitasking. It should not be like just you are reading your syllabus or completing your syllabus and giving the examination and passing the college. It should not be like so. Ask them to be multitasking. Ask them to participate in the curricular activities, extracurricular, and be good at class and the grades, everything. Next one is W, that is willingfulness. So willingfulness to learn, this will come from your side, that you have to do something, some activities, some things where they are having some willingfulness. Let them know that how important, how good you are teaching, or which kind of person you are, and why are you teaching such things, why are you asking them to participate in the activities. Let them know the real thing. So willingfulness needs to be inculcated into them, so that they can understand and they can learn why the college life is important, why classes are important. Let them know. X. X stand for X factor. That means their unique factor. As I told you, everybody is having a talent. So that talent has to be identified by you and improved. Basically, you should know their hidden talent if they are having something, and encourage them to improve it and utilize it in the college. Why? Why stands for you know everything. You know everything about yourself. As I have told you, nobody knows better about you more than you, right? So let them know, ask them to set, do some sort analysis, work on it, let them come to you, let them work on their weaknesses, identifying the opportunities and get those opportunity, grab them basically. So tell them that you know everything about self, start improving. Whatever we are in front of others, that's not we, that's what are we know, we already know it, that yes, this is what I am and I have this area which needs to be improved. And last one is zone. Give them comfort zone where they can talk to you. I'm not asking you to put the sofas in the class, but yes, the zone should be where they are getting comfort with you, where they are sharing things, they are coming up with the ideas, and they are thinking that somehow you will help them for getting the solution, or they are coming up with the problems, or they may be asking you, they may be asking, they may be coming to you for asking or taking some suggestions. So make an image of a teacher where you are just not a teacher, just work like a mentor, and that will help in your teaching as well as in their growth. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much, everyone. So if now anybody is having any question, they can tell me.
Madam, I have one comment based on your presentation.
Yeah.
If a student likes a teacher, he or she will like the subject as well.
Sorry. Yeah.
If a student likes a teacher, he or she will like the subject as well.
Yes.
Yeah, because based on your presentation, I'm telling this comment, madam. Anyway, very good
See,
presentation, madam.
not
Yeah, lot
about
of information.
liking. The liking would come from your teaching only.
Yes. From the teaching
Yes.
only, not from
Yes.
something else. Not that
Yeah.
going very friendly
Yeah.
with him or not like that. But
Yeah.
from the way we
Sometimes
teach,
faculties just
yeah,
be so lenient with them
yeah,
so that their
yeah,
image will not be ruined. They will get a good feedback. So it should not be done. You should never think about your image, feedback
yeah.
or
That is the
something.
other way. That is the other wrong way.
Yeah.
That is the other wrong way. But
Yeah.
our teaching should make them know some kind of feeling that they are liking the teacher. Then they will like
Yeah.
the subject as well. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
madam. A lot of
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
madam.
you so much, sir.
Uh, Hello, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very informative. Thank you.
Thank you so
Hello,
much.
ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, I've been nearly 12 years in teaching, but I have
Yeah.
never come across this sort of presentation. I liked your ABCD, that part really.
Thank
How
you
did
so
you
much.
do that, ma'am? How did you do that? If you don't mind,
Uh,
could you just.
Ma'am, see, it's like I always, I am not a person, even when I was a student, I was not, never been a person who just study in the class and go. I never used to, study a lot in the class, like as a person who is coming in the, coming at home, doing homework or something. But yes, when I was there in the class, I always used to study. So I understood that that's important. I never studied when I was in, like when the examination were there. I was not studying, I always used to go late while I was, I do not share such things with the student, but yes, I can share with you. So I always used to go late the exam hall. The reason behind, because if you have studied something, and there is the friends would ask, have you studied this or that, or then whatever, you will also forget that also. So I always had my own fundas. So when I started teaching, so I
Yeah,
started in a very early age, and that time when I started by my own, I understood that even the faculties, other faculties, they do not cooperate with each other. They just
yeah,
try to humiliate you, or you don't like,
yeah,
they try to find you something like wrong in you. So I
yes.
made myself strengthen and did my things by myself. And
Hmm.
I presented myself, like I worked on my weaknesses a lot, because when we start
Okay.
teaching, so sometimes I reminded that this thing, even when I was studying, I never
Hmm.
studied this particular topic. So I started
Yeah,
working on how. So, and I always been with the students in different activities, being like being the part of different committees. So I thought that these are the real things which we all should do. We
yeah,
all know it,
definitely.
but sometimes
Hmm.
we do not
Yeah,
do. So we
yeah.
should do it.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I totally agree with you. And that SWOT analysis you were talking about, yeah, so it's
Yeah.
actually every one of us need to say that. I keep telling, like when there is when the students they're not interested in listening for the particular lecture, a session, general topics I tell them, and I keep working on the SWOT. I actually teach management, but I tell them how to apply SWOT for their personal development.
Mhm.
And yeah, you had mentioned that in your session also. Actually, that is very important, and it is very useful in today's scenario to almost all the students there. They need to know, and they only can identify themselves. As you said, they need to understand themselves. Nobody else knows them better. So that's
Yes.
what will
Sometimes
really
we
help them.
pretend in front of others that this is we. Like even we, all of us,
Mm,
we try to
mm,
pretend what we are not, but we just to show off, we do it. But
mm.
actually, we know what we are. So in Hindi, I say that अपनी औकात हमको ही पता होती है.
Yeah,
So just like yeah, so that is important, that you accept your own truth, that what you are, and
yes.
then go with face the world. Then that is the right thing which you should do. And being the real one is always helpful for you. You don't need
Yeah.
to show
End of the
different
day,
faces to the people.
yeah, yeah. End of the day, you should be true to yourself. No, at least when you
Yes,
are at
yes,
home, you need to be
yes,
true to yourself. When you go to bed, you need to go with a happy heart, right?
yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am, I
Okay.
agree.
Anyhow, it was really, a wonderful session. I enjoyed it. It was a learning for me also in a different way. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. Anybody else is having anything to say, or like ask any
Madam,
question,
is it
something like?
possible to contact you by email?
Sorry.
Is it possible to contact you by email, madam?
Yes, sir. I can.
Uh,
I'll be providing my mail ID to you. You can
uh,
contact me if you have any doubt or anything you want to ask. You can do it.
I-
I'm just
even
putting my
for
mail ID.
even okay, madam. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, madam. Thank you. Okay.
I have added, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
There is one more thing I forgot to add. I would like to say you should also do it. And I don't know. I have this habit since long. I don't know, since I think I was a student. diary habit. Ask the students to do it. As I was discussing with the Smita ma'am, that diary, like the thing that is SWOT analysis you should do. So ask them that in a day, 10 minutes without mobile phones, no message, no notification, nothing. Just sit and use a diary, write whatever coming in your mind. Or if you're thinking that something you should work on, start working on that in your mind, like at that particular time. This diary would help you so long. Even if I'm going out of the house for anything, I'm just going for 10 minutes, but why I'm going, I should know. So I will always make a to-do list, not in my phone. I still have a habit of maintaining a diary where I just write the things which I have to do and I sort it out. This is again a very good habit. Let me tell you, you will feel good when you will cut 4 or 5 things out of 10 which you have noted down. You will keep in your mind what you have to do, when to do, what is important, and how it is going to help you in your daily life. I'm telling you, your life would be very solved. You will feel like that I'm having nothing to do, because ultimately things are there in your mind. That is okay, but you are having already, you have written it, no? So that will make really a very good thing. So ask a student to go home and every day they can sit for 10 minutes. That 10 minutes will change their life. This 10-minute diary habit, really will change. And this will make them to be more productive because they will think what they have to do. So this is also very much important. So you can also inculcate in your life as well as in the student's life.
Madam, can I add one more comment, madam? 30 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Actually, during the classes, I used to ask questions, but I will never directly say who is right and who is wrong. So the same question I will ask the same question to some of the students, but I will never say them who is correct and wrong. But during the class hours, I will make them to understand themselves who is right and wrong. So that is, I will never say you are right and you are wrong. So this is one of the way I follow in my teaching, madam.
Yes, sir. Even whenever you are, you want to know that, for example, I want to know what is it. So
Yeah.
everyone has to answer
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
they are saying. Later on,
Yeah.
I'll give my right point of view on that. So they will
Yes. Yes.
understand then who was right, who was wrong. But
Yes. Yes.
everyone, for example, I'm asking, just tell me the
Yeah.
quality of a manager. Everybody should know
Yeah.
it. And
Yes.
everybody
Yes.
knows it, but they do not answer. So what you should do, that if there are 30 students, everybody has to say. And
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
one person has said, you don't need to repeat. So they will
Yes.
listen to them others, listen to others as well, and they will answer their questions. And somehow, you know, they will understand that yes, this can be like they will think more about it.
Yes.
They
Yes.
will have the brainstorming parallelly. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody else wants to ask something? Somebody has written in the chat box, as we have a specified time to complete the syllabus, how can we approach students to write? Let me tell you, don't think in that way. They are very much talented. They can do anything. Ask them to prepare notes, and you divide your class in different sessions. Like for example, you are allowed to take 30 or 40 sessions for a particular subject. Divide your syllabus in that, keep 2 3 classes extra, and tell them that obviously you have to see, this is the truth that you have to complete. But yes, parallelly, ask them to do some pre-readings, post-readings, and make the notes for it. Not exactly, if you are providing them ppts, don't ask them to write everything whatever there is on the board. There are some faculties who are coming and asking them, okay, this is what you have studied earlier, so take the photograph. Don't let them use their phones. If they are having something in their mind, you can give them notes. Later on you can share the slides. But yes, you have to um, you have to push them somehow, that whatever the topic they have, you are teaching that day, you have to come up with the pre-readings, and they can write some notes on it, and they can discuss even. So this is how you can approach students to write. And this is possible. See, even there are sometimes in the theory there are bigger challenges. Even in the practical subjects also, there are so many topics and the syllabus is short. So somehow you have to manage, because you are faculty. Somehow you have to manage it, like in this session how many times or how many topics you can cover, or how they will manage to write. That you have to figure it out from by yourself. Yeah. Anyone else?
Good
Madam, what's
evening.
your teaching
Can you?
experience, madam?
Sorry.
What's your total teaching experience, madam?
So it's around 8 years of the core teaching, and I have also taken some visiting lectures, but I also take some motivational speaking and other session as a speaker. But 8 years of teaching.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, I have added my mail ID. If somebody is having any kind of question you want to ask in the last, you can do. And there is one more ma'am who has asked me that how do you deal with the mischievous students? So, ma'am, even we were there as something in the college. Like we were having our own image. Some of us were studious, some very naughty or something. So, see, every time they are there, but you keep on teaching. You keep on putting efforts, somehow they will be the part. And let me tell you, sometimes these students are there who are scoring good, who are there and doing participating in the activities. They will love your activities, so not an issue. You just don't target them and again that you are doing this, just let them do whatever they are doing. Just make sure that they are not disturbing in the class. Give them some clear rule in the class that you don't need to use phone, you have to come up with the notebook, you don't need to chew the chewing gum in the class or something. Let other things be normal, because see, we can see that every student has their own personality, and every class is full with the such kind of students. So don't worry about it, just keep on doing things and activities. They will be on the line.
Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah. I'm among my colleagues. I'm the youngest faculty. In fact, I started teaching when I was 25. So
I was
naturally,
22 when I started teaching.
so the age gap is less. So my behavior was I was naturally friendly, like not too much, but it was okay. But then the seniors, my colleagues, always took it, like made me feel like I'm doing something wrong. So it always
Yeah.
affected me, and I felt like I should avoid being friendly. But then I later realized that if I fake it, then it is not me. So then, like how to deal, because they think that you are doing something wrong. Because and what happened is students used to be more comfortable to share with me if they had something. So that also made them, I don't know, like
Yeah, so Vilma, let me tell you, without offending anybody's feeling here, any of the senior faculties, if you are there, even when I was like in a very young age, I started teaching. I was teaching in an institute where the students were very, very, very much mischievous and they were very naughty. And as Vilma said, I can totally connect, because same thing happened with me as well. Because when what happens when you are like when you are see others are seeing that you are getting very good relationship with these students, they are being friendly with you, they are liking your class, they are sitting in your class, and they are not responding in that way with them. So it may be possible that they are getting this kind of feedback to you, right? They may be asking you not to do this, but sometimes see, because we at that time you may not be mature enough, this is your new experience. So just because, you should always take their points as a feedback, that yes, you may be going beyond the line sometimes.
yeah.
May not be, I'm not saying yes, but maybe. So they may be, because they are there in the institute since long, they know the students, they know the.
Yes, so that
Yeah, so always take their feedback in a positive way. But if you're having as I have told you, just you can keep the friendly behavior. Don't try to be friend, means don't be personal
yeah,
with them.
right.
Whatever they are doing in their personal life doesn't matter. In the
Yes,
class, be a strict faculty. Out of the class, you can be friendly with them. But after the college, after the class, they are no one of you.
that
None of, like, no, they have no relation with you. If they are having any problems, again in the next time in the college they can discuss. So
yeah.
always
Now,
try to draw a line. But yes, as you don't need to fake yourself, you don't need to fake your personality. You can discuss with them, you can teach in your. But yes, that should be in a limit. That's it.
yes,
Always there
correct.
should be a line. That's it.
it's been 4 years, and I'm feeling the changes within myself, like how I
Yes.
talk to them. So naturally or gradually it develops. So it is not like
Yeah,
I'm the
it happens.
one who joined
Yes.
4 years back. The behavior is not same. So now I know like how it is to be managed and all. But then
Yes.
sometimes that
Even
feeling
even
during the starting it was there, like that.
yeah, now whenever you will see the new faculties who are coming in the college and they are doing the things, so say, you may have the same feeling what others
Yeah,
were feeling for you.
correct,
So
correct.
that is very normal, so that's okay. Even the senior faculty should support their younger ones, and they should tell them something like a constructive feedback, that you should go in this direction, you are doing good, but yeah, you should do this particular thing in this way. So others should not be jealous, or any other argument or any other complaint shouldn't be there. Somehow the new faculties are also having a new mindset, and they are coming up with their new ideas. So ultimately you all should support others, each other, whether it can be a senior faculty or a junior faculty, doesn't matter. But yes, the seniority, junior and seniorship comes with the time, so everybody would learn. Everybody cannot be as good as you from the day one, right? Yeah, that's it.
Correct. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Welcome.
Any more questions, participants? So thank you so much, ma'am, for such a beautiful and thoughtful presentation. Everyone has enjoyed your wonderful session and mostly regard to your A to Z explanation. The same thing, ma'am, whenever I have to attend your session, I also say this, that I also love the thing which you used to share during the A to Z session. So, ma'am, it was really fantastic. Thanks for spending your precious time on our platform. Thank you once again, ma'am. Thanks to all the participants also for being cooperative and patient listener. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, ma'am.